What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kangaroo Black coming back once again to talk about Rivalry Week. It is here. This is not a preview or a prediction. I just want to come on and talk about a few games for a minute. I ain't going to take too much of your time. But this weekend, man, we got Alabama and Auburn. The Iron Bowl, baby. We got South Carolina and Clemson, which I think is going to be a big game and a tough game too for both those teams. Then we got we got Tennessee and Vandy. Vandy ain't no slouch this year. We got Georgia and Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech, they ain't no slouch this year either. They sitting at 7-4. Okay, so none of these teams can be taken lightly. Auburn ain't got but 6 wins, but Alabama can't take them lightly. As we all know, this Iron Bowl have been giving us everything that we wanted these past 3 or 4 years. I mean, every Iron Bowl has been tough for the past, we're going to say 3 or 4 years, okay? Because I remember the 4 overtime Iron Bowl when everybody thought Alabama was just going to go into Jordan-Hare and blow out those Auburn Tigers. Just last year, come on, baby, the grave digger. Alabama got it out of there by the skin of their teeth. Alabama probably had a 0.52% to win that game with, a minute left in the game, 45 seconds left in the game. Shit, 30 seconds left in the game. 0.2 probably. But hey, they pulled it off. And now here it is again, the Iron Bowl. My Alabama Crimson Tide sitting at a measly 8-3. And I believe those Auburn Tigers is sitting at 6-5. Became bowl eligible last week. What I'm talking about last year? Last week, coming off a win against those Texas A&M Aggies, the biggest win of the season for the Auburn Tigers, I might add. So Auburn is coming into Bryant-Denny Stadium with a lot of confidence. These guys are confident. They are motivated. And they are talking trash already, especially that damn Auburn linebacker. He says my wide receiver, Flying Ryan Hollywood Williams, is a nobody. He's not a big-time player. That's what he said. He talked about Jalen Milroe, how Jalen Milroe ain't going to get out the box. Well, I can understand that because the blueprint is out there. Take away Jalen Milroe's legs, put pressure on Jalen Milroe, and you basically done took away the whole offense. The pressure is, the blueprint is out there about my Alabama defense. You run those RPOs, man. You run those read options. Get out on the edge. They can't stop it. The blueprint is out there. And I'm sure Hugh Freeze is going to take some things from that, from what Oklahoma did last week, from what Vandy did. Trust me, Hugh Freeze is going to take some things for that, and Auburn got the athletes to get it done. We'll just say it like that. And Auburn, that's not a team that's all beat up like Oklahoma was. All right, and Auburn got better athletes than Vandy. So my Alabama Crimson Tide got a task. They got a tall task. I'll just say that. Because we know in this Iron Bowl, everything, stats, whatever you want to use analytically, that goes out the window, all the way out. So I know Auburn's usually, they don't play in Bryant-Denny like they play in Jordan-Hare. But this year, I think it's different. I think it is different. So we're going to see what happens. Let the chips fall where they may. All I know, I'll be tuned in to the Iron Bowl 3:30 Saturday, 2:30 Central. I do know that. So it is what it is, baby. Alabama can win this game, and with a couple of more losses, they could be back in the playoff hunt. Even though I don't know who the hell they'll beat, what playoff team that they'll beat. That's just my opinion. Maybe Indiana, maybe. But hey, we'll see about that. All right, so, hey, let's move on from the Iron Bowl. We got Georgia Tech coming to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium. Like I say, Georgia Tech is no slouch this year. They sitting at 7-4. Beat Miami again. So we'll see what Georgia Tech can do with these Georgia Bulldogs, man. Because these Bulldogs, they are playing a lot better than what they was, we'll say, 3 weeks ago, a month ago. They are playing a lot better. They seem to have found themselves. Carson Beck seemed to have found himself. His turnovers is a thing of the past, I guess. You know, he would throw 2 or 3 interceptions a game, but they would still win. But now I think with him, you know, not turning the ball over, they got a better chance of winning this game. But you know the good thing for Georgia, they can lose this game because they already are a lot for the SEC championship. They can lose this game and go win the SEC championship and still get a bye week as a 3-loss SEC champion. That's the good thing for Georgia. They really don't have nothing to lose in this game. But it's a rivalry game, so you know they're going to put their all into it. And hopefully everybody get out of there, you know, healthy and move on to that SEC championship game and win that. So, yeah, this game really don't mean nothing for Georgia. But I tell you what, it means everything to Georgia Tech, because Georgia Tech ain't beat Georgia since what? 2016 maybe? I believe. It's been a minute. It has been a minute. So I know Georgia Tech want badly to win this game. But if they win it, they still will not be taking away Georgia's playoff hopes. But I'm sure Georgia want to win this game too, simply because, hey, this is a rivalry game, and I know Kirby Smart going to have them prepared to play, and I know he ain't going to let them go into this game lollygagging. Like I say, Carson Beck is playing better. You know, I hear that the 2 Robinson boys may be back for this game, but they got Nate Frazier. Nate Frazier is a beast. I don't know if I ain't heard nothing else about Travis Etienne, but then you got Cash Jones, a walk-on, I might add, who's doing his thing. He's adding a lot to that running back room, especially catching out of the backfield. The defense is coming together. So, yeah, they in prime position to go on in the playoffs, man. And hey, Georgia going to be one of the best teams in the playoffs. I do know that. I hate to say it, because I just might be the biggest Georgia hater there is. But I got to give them, they just do. That's just the way I am. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we got Georgia and Georgia Tech. All right, I'll be tuned in. I will be tuned in. Then we got the Tennessee Volunteers. Vandy. I believe Vandy will be traveling to Neyland Stadium, I believe. I need to check that out. I don't know if it's in Neyland or it's in Nashville, but I think they coming to Neyland. Let me check it out real quick. Tennessee football. Where we at? Okay, anyway. But Tennessee Volunteers, man. Vandy is not a slouch. Oh, look like they'll be going to Nashville. Look like they will be going to Nashville. Yes, they will. Even though Vanderbilt is 6-5, Vanderbilt will sneak up on you. So Tennessee can't take Vanderbilt lightly, as my Alabama Crimson Tide very well know. But I tell you what, Tennessee's defense been one of the best defenses in all of college football. And I can guarantee you, I can almost guarantee you Tennessee would come out with this win. I ain't going to say it's a guarantee because I know Vandy can sneak up on you. That damn Diego Pava, that guy plays with a lot of emotion. He plays with a chip on his shoulder. But he's going to go up against this Tennessee defense. And Tennessee defense is for real. And they are legit. So, hey, a lot of people might say Tennessee is overrated or they ain't played nobody. But they get the job done. You know, they beat the teams that they supposed to beat. And as we know, Tennessee is supposed to beat Vanderbilt. And I'm saying that I can almost guarantee you that Tennessee win. It's going to be hard to stop Dylan Sampson. See, y'all, I got his name right. It's going to be hard to stop Dylan Sampson. I tell you that right now. You might get him in the first half, but you damn sure won't get him in the second. I can tell you that. That's crazy. Hopefully Nico is, I understand the last time we seen him, they say, hey, he probably was still nicked up. At least that's the last time I seen him. I didn't watch them play Warford or whoever they played last week. I didn't watch that game. But hopefully Nico is up to par and he can do what he do against Vanderbilt. Hopefully he can have a great game throwing the ball. Hopefully. I'm looking for Nico to have a breakout game throwing the ball, man, against I think Vanderbilt is a quality opponent. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm looking for Tennessee to win this game. Matter of fact, Tennessee, I'm surprised Tennessee is on a 10.5-point favorite. I'm surprised about that. Man, damn. Georgia is a 19.5-point favorite over Georgia Tech. And Alabama is 11.5-point favorite over Auburn. But hell, Alabama was a 13.5-point favorite last week over Oklahoma. And we went to Norman and got mollywopped. Couldn't manage nothing but a field goal. But hey, it is what it is. Also, we got South Carolina versus Clemson. I am going to be tuned into this game because I like what South Carolina is doing, and I don't like Clemson. I don't like Dabo. Okay, so I'm hoping that South Carolina can beat Clemson. I don't care if it's about 1 or 2 points. I just want South Carolina to beat Clemson. And I feel like South Carolina can do it. I feel like South Carolina is the better team. I feel like South Carolina has been battle tested more than Clemson. I do. All South Carolina losses was against ranked opponents at the time that they played them. I do know that now. I don't know about Clemson's, but I know all the South Carolina's opponent was ranked when they lost to them. That's why I say South Carolina is more battle tested. Hell, they played more quality competition. Also, Louisville, I don't know if they was ranked when Clemson lost to them. I know Georgia was ranked. As a matter of fact, I believe Georgia was #1 when they beat the hell out of Clemson 34-3 in the first game. But anyway, I feel like Lenore Sellers is a better quarterback than daggone Cade Klubnik. I do. I think that South Carolina got a better defense than Clemson. I do. I'm expecting South Carolina to win this game. Well, I'm hoping South Carolina win this game. And I hope they win big, too. I hope they win big. So, like I say, I'm not a Clemson fan. I don't like Clemson. I despise them, as a matter of fact, after what they did to my Alabama Crimson Tide way back in 2018. Sure do. I ain't forgot. What was it? 44 to measly 16. I ain't forgot. We owe you. But with this damn offensive and defense coordinator my Alabama Crimson Tide got, I'm afraid that I don't want to see you just yet, Clemson. But anyway, man, I just wanted to talk about these games, man. We got some rivalry games going on, and I think it's going to be a great weekend of college football. And as a matter of fact, Georgia and Georgia Tech play Friday night. Yes, Friday night. So we're going to have us some Friday night football, baby. I will be live Friday night for the Georgia Tech game. I'll be up in here hooping and hollering, or I'll be sitting here, quiet as a mouse, or quiet as a mouse, and especially if Georgia blowing Georgia Tech out. You know what I'm saying? Because they called me, those Georgia fans called me the biggest Georgia hater. I don't understand why, because I give credit when credit is due. But hey, it is what it is, man. I'll be here watching that game, and hopefully y'all will tune in. And Saturday, yes, I will be watching my Alabama Crimson Tide versus the Auburn Tigers. I wouldn't give a damn if we winning or losing. I'll be tuned in, and I will be tuned in to Tennessee and Vandy and South Carolina and Clemson. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Let me check and see if there's any more games notable that I think I should watch. I doubt it. I think those are the most important games for me, those four that I just named, simply because it's the SEC. Let's see. Colorado play Oklahoma State on Friday too at 12 o'clock. I believe Georgia will be playing at 7:30, I believe. Yep. Georgia and Georgia Tech 7:30. Saturday, Tennessee and Vanderbilt at 12 o'clock on ABC. So South Carolina and Clemson is at 12 o'clock too. I'll be watching both of those games. Yeah, South Carolina and Clemson is at 12 o'clock. Both of them. That is good. That's good right there. I believe Alabama and Auburn is at 3:30. I believe I already said that. Yep, 3:30. Miami and Syracuse, I think that's going to be a good one, man. I think that is going to be a good game. Yes, I do. I do. Syracuse is 9-3. So I think that's going to be a good game. Miami and Syracuse. The 7:30 game is, like I said, Alabama and Auburn, 3:30. What is the 7:30 game? I believe the 7:30 game, Texas and Texas A&M. I forgot about that game. Texas and Texas A&M at 7:30 on ABC. Texas a 5.5 point favorite. 48.5, the over and under. All right, they playing this game in College Station, and Texas is coming off a loss. Texas A&M is coming off a loss to the unranked Auburn. So Texas A&M is pissed off, and they playing this game in College Station, Kyle Field. Texas is going to have a tall task, but in saying that, Texas A&M is going to have a tall task in beating those Texas Longhorns. And this is one of the biggest rivalries in all of college football. So just like Alabama and Auburn, all the bullshit go out the window. All the stats, all the analytics. Now this is the first time in a long time that these two have met. And these two teams is going to put it all on the field. I can guarantee you that. Now, what's his name's coming in with a new coach, but he hasn't coached the whole season. So he know how the SEC is, okay? So I look for Steve Sarkisian to draw up some exotic plays, use a lot of eye candy. He's been doing that all season, all right? But Texas A&M, they going to be ready for their ass. I can tell you that right now. I can tell you that right now. And if Texas A&M win the game, I wouldn't even consider it an upset. I would not. You know what I mean? As far as Texas, it ain't going to knock them out the playoffs. But if Texas A&M win this game, well, if Texas A&M win the game, they'll be playing in the SEC championship against those Georgia Bulldogs. If Texas win, they'll be playing in the SEC championship. So it's some stakes in this game. This game got the SEC championship at stake. If Texas A&M win and go on to win the SEC championship, guess what? There'll be a 3-loss team in the playoff. That's what, because they'll be a conference champion. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot on the line for Texas A&M. They playoff hopes is not over. They still got a chance. So that is going to be a great game. You can believe that shit. So anyway, but those are the games that I'm interested in. The Iron Bowl, Alabama and Auburn, Georgia and Georgia Tech, Tennessee and Vandy, South Carolina and Clemson, and Texas A&M. Tell me what y'all think about those games, how they going to play out. All right. And hopefully when it's time, Saturday, Friday night, matter of fact, y'all will join me even Saturday for those games. So, but until then, remember, be blessed. KB don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide, and roll damn Tide.